life to them. He asked them, do these images that you project in your life, do they speak to you? The life that you are living and I am living, is it a life that speaks to you and to me? Or we just keep living and there is no vibrancy in what we are doing and rationale why we are doing it? Or we just keep doing it like robots? Like if you ask many people, and this is my humble experience, I grew up in a community where Muslims build masjid and go to Jummah. It wasn't the biggest community, it was a minority community. And the main reason we go to Jummah because we saw our elders going to Jummah. And we used to try not to miss any Jummah because there's all of these kind of taboos on your head in society that if you miss the 3 Jummah you become a kafir. Although the average person didn't know what really is kufr and who's a kafir. But if you check out the people who go 52 Jummahs a year for 50, 60 years in their life, you don't see any real evidence mentally and practically of people who have participated in a course for so long of their life. Because most of the people do things because others have been doing it. And most of the people do things for reasons they don't know why they do it. And this was the question Abraham put to his household and his society. Do these tamathil, these images that you present to society, that represent your perception, your vision, your understanding of life, do they converse with you? And they said, you know these things don't talk. Daily, your actions and my actions don't talk. The actions in themselves don't have mouth. They don't have ear. But I can tell you, they do talk. But we seem not to be listening. All the actions of people before us have been talking to them. And all our actions have been talking to us. The images we build in life have been speaking to us. But if we become deaf, dumb and blind, that we cannot even listen to our own actions, you could imagine we'll continue to do the same thing all our life, assuming we're doing good things, without having evidence to substantiate for that. So Abraham asked them a question that you and I should never forget. He says, why do you develop a relationship of ibadat with that which does not benefit you? It cannot benefit you in any way. And the only response was that we found our forefathers doing this. And naturally, when he brought logic, he brought sense, he brought reality, he brought evidence to them, what do people do? What do the average Muslims who live on tradition that don't prove any sense to them, who just follow their ancestors, what do? They get mad. Because you don't have evidence of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and what's the reason for doing it, and what's the fruits of doing it. So what you do? You resort to fighting, you resort to killing, you resort to all the negatives, which are becoming of more pagans and misguided people. So today I want to read again along the similar lines, and then we will go into deeper analysis to understand the main factors that should be underlining our lives, that you and I can do the math about. You and I can look and weigh. We were not asked to be parrots in life. We were not asked to be deaf, dumb, and blind in life. We were not asked to continue to do something because others have been doing it. We should have better grounds for doing things. And these grounds are not guessing or assumption or I think so or I guess so. These grounds must be solid. Practical grounds. Grounds based on evidence. So let's follow a little of the dialogue with Abraham and his society. And this is found in the chapter entitled Shu'ara, chapter 26, verse 69. وَاتْلُ عَلَيْهِمْ نَبَأَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ, and rehearse unto them the news, the situation, the information about Abraham. إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ, when he said to his parents and his people, what is it that you make ibadah to? This word ibadah comes from the Arabic verb abada. And abada means, in Arabic, ta'a bil khushu'i wa tadallul. It means to obey with all your energies and all your might and your mind. Our Muslims translate this word to mean worship. And they understand worship means to do a lot of things to please this God. And least of it is to obey the values and the principles that this God has established. So you will find the average Muslim stands up in prayers. He stands up or she stands up and they do their prayers. But if you take a survey with the adults and the youth, and you sit them down as a teacher and find out what they're saying, you will find the majority of Muslims don't even know to pronounce what they're saying, and they don't know the meaning and the sense of what they're saying. Do the research yourself, and you will see the sad state of affairs, because they're just told you're doing ibadat. But ibadat really means compliant with expectations. And you cannot have a clue of what is expected if you don't choose to find out and to become acquainted and informed about it. It's not the responsibility of an uneducated person that he can do ibadat. Ibadat has a direct relationship to do with principles, with values, with expectations. It is not a performance. So Abraham questioned his community about their ibadat. What are the forces they really obey in life? And they said, نَعْبُدُ أَصْنَامًا فَنَظَلُّ لَهَا عَاكِفِينَ. We obey asnam. And we are very committed to it. Now what is asnam? The basic translation that is popular with the Muslims is asnam means idols. And what is an idol? They say it's a jutha, is a physical format of something. That's what they think. And since they understood this, they see a sculpture, a statue as sanam, the singular of asnam. And that's why you see Muslims are fanatics. They're very fanatic. If we had a mannequin here, people will go berserk.